Live from the KWQC Broadcast Center, this is TV6 Quad Cities Today.
Good Monday morning. If you are just waking up, we have been following breaking news all morning long. Downtown Prophetstown, massive fire. We're looking at 7 businesses that are impacted by this fire. We have live team coverage, and we'll bring you all of those details coming up.
Big story, remarkable story too, the way the community is coming together. It's really remarkable. Good morning, I'm David Nelson.
Good Monday morning. I'm Melissa Smith. Thanks so much for waking up early with us. First of all, we are following, obviously, breaking news. The weather, though, looks like the humidity is finally returning.
That's right, and we'll go to Greg in just a second. First, though, we want to go live back to the scene. A fire in downtown Prophetstown, Illinois, broke out around 4 hours ago. KWQC News was first on the scene. Amber O'Brien's been reporting live the last couple of hours. She's here now with the very latest. Amber.
David, firefighters are still battling the flames here downtown Prophetstown, where the flames broke out just after 2 this morning. I want to give you an aerial shot here because the flames are still protruding from the building on the south side. We just talked to the fire chief of Rock Falls. He's doing the sort of media communication here. Just take a look at these buildings. Flames still spurting out of that south portion. And as we mentioned earlier, all that is left now is a shell of these buildings. It is an active fire at this point. They are still working to put out those flames, but as far as spreading, they have contained it. I'd like to show you video from earlier this morning when we first arrived on scene. This is also what Cindy had seen. Cindy Jean, who owns the restaurant where they believe the fire had began. This is what she first saw when she looked out her back window.
Live from the KWQC Broadcast Center, this is TV6 News at 6.
Downtown on fire, flames glowing through the night, shooting into the sky in Prophetstown, Illinois. Some can be seen from 10 miles away. Crews work for hours putting water on the flames from the ground and from the air, eventually draining the town's water system.
All I know is I called for more help, more help, more help.
And this is how it looks now, a shell of its former glory. 8 buildings burned, 6 a total loss.
I just ran out the front door, down my front steps.
But everyone is okay, left now to pick up the pieces of businesses lost, jobs lost, and a town center lost in Prophetstown.
It hurts all the people involved, the community, but we'll pull through. Somehow we'll pull through.
We have team coverage tonight of this devastating fire. It is the word we've been hearing all day concerning this ordeal. Devastating. And that's why we are dedicating resources to this story tonight. It's tough to see, tough to deal with, and our crews are hoping to provide some answers for you tonight. KWQC's Lynn Nguyen will be asking those questions in Prophetstown. Shireen Mohammed will talk about the Red Cross angle. And Amber O'Brien, who was first on the scene this morning, will show us how the community is already helping right now some of the business owners. Now, this is the area we're talking about in Prophetstown, Illinois. It is the downtown, which is about an hour away from the Quad City metro area. A downtown that's won a lot of awards for its revitalization and growth, reduced now to a shell. And here's what we know about that. 8 buildings on the stretch of the downtown are affected by the fire. 6 are a total loss. The other 2 have smoke damage. Nobody was hurt, but people do live above these businesses. The fire started around 2:30 in the morning. Immediately, the fire chief knew it could be a bad one and called in mutual aid. They fought the fire for hours using hundreds of thousands of gallons of water. In fact, so much water that it drained the water tower in Prophetstown and also in neighboring Linden. Both towns are under a boil order right now tonight. So they needed so much water that they had to tap in to the Rock River, going several blocks away to go to the Rock and pull out that water from the state park. Now, this shows the crews getting ready at this point on the Rock, extracting the water to haul it all downtown. And firefighters had a lot of help in this effort. A farmer and a local business also pulled up with water tanks. We start our team coverage right now with KWQC's Shireen Mohammed in Prophetstown to find out what's going on right there now. Shireen?
Well, they're starting to take down the buildings. They've already taken down 2, and now they're starting on the 3rd building that they're taking down. People are standing by, shocked and in disbelief at what's going on right now in their own community. Now, some I spoke with say that their hearts go out to the victims, that their lives could have been lost in those buildings, and the Red Cross is currently helping them with food, clothes, and shelter, and they're hoping that they will be helping them in days to come as well. They got the call originally at 4 in the morning, and they've been out on the scene all day providing, again, food and water to the fire crews, but the Red Cross has also been helping those victims as well. They gave them money to buy clothes and a motel for them to take shelter. They say the victims are just in disbelief and at a total loss.
They have to start from square one. They have family, they have neighbors, they have friends, but yeah, they have lost everything. Some of them even lost their cars. They're gone.
Now, some of the volunteers that I spoke with also say that they will be making follow-up calls with those victims to make sure that they are on the path to recovery. Again, they are taking down that 3rd building, as you can see, and they will be taking down the ones that are next to them as well. Reporting live in Prophetstown, Shireen Mohammed, KWQC TV 6 News.
A lot going on there in Prophetstown. Thank you, Shireen. Other communities also came in to the rescue. Crews from a half dozen counties all around the area, Clinton and Iowa, then Carroll, Whiteside, Lee, Henry, and Bureau on the Illinois side, all coming in to fight the fire. 25 crews there all at once. Too many trucks to count. And tonight we can tell you that the block affected housed a salon, the Historic Society, and a pharmacy. Now, at the pharmacy, they say if you're in need of medication, call the Galena office and they will bring it down to Prophetstown for you. The buildings also contained apartments where several people lived on the 2nd floor. We continue now our team coverage with KWQC's Amber O'Brien and a woman who lost everything in the fire.
Fire officials confirm the fire began at Cindy Jean's restaurant. Cindy Jean herself lived on the 2nd floor. She's the one who called 911, but now this is all that's left.
And I smelled smoke and I saw flames. So I grabbed my phone and just ran out the front and called 911. Just been crazy ever since. And I'm very thankful that I'm alive. And I don't really have anything else left. I'm like, wow, I am so glad I woke up. And I really feel it was God that woke me up and got me out. The people, my employees, Dawn is one of my employees, and she takes care of me. If I have a time of need, she's always been there for me. All of my employees, there's been a lot of them down here with me. They've all been good to me throughout the years that I've been here, 5 years. And the town of Prophetstown has been awesome to me. They love me, and they don't want to ever see me leave. And they're just very caring and loving people. I believe in God, and I know God is taking care of me all the time.
More team coverage now with Lenan Nguyen, who's here with more on what we just heard, how the community really came together, Lenan.
Paula, as soon as word spread of this fire, community members and others from even out of town were out in full force to take a look at all that was lost. Some were very emotional as they took pictures, and many were connected in some way to the people who lived and owned businesses in those buildings. Business owners nearby tell us it's very difficult to see their friends and neighbors' livelihood burned to the ground today, but right away, many from the community and beyond jumped into action to help. We spoke to a business owner who owns an air duct repair company in the QC. He tells us he grew up nearby and drove in this morning to see the damage for himself and try to help businesses affected by smoke damage. And a volunteer firefighter this morning helping to battle the flames tells us he owns an excavation company. Right after fighting the fire, he jumped right back on the road to get his equipment and help tear these buildings down.
They're running the heavy equipment to make the building, bring the buildings into a safe status, and that way the town will be able to get past us, the streets will get back open, and they won't get anybody hurt or killed trying to do it some other way.
Just because we know they're going to have smoke damage, we know people's going to have problems with this, and you know, whatever we can do to help out. I mean, if there's something we can help them with, and hopefully give them some discounts and stuff on doing the work and make things better for them, as comfortable as they can to hopefully recover from this.
Community members tell us at least 3 business owners in these buildings lived above their businesses. They've lost both their homes and their livelihood tonight in today's tragic fire, but many say they're still thankful no one was hurt. Paula?
That is true about that, Linan. Thank you. Now, the fire, we've said, could be seen from miles away. Lots of you sent us pictures of it. This one is from Christopher Williams, which really shows how you can see the flames straight on through the building and how bright the sky got with how it lit up like a furnace. And then a shot from Christopher Williams when the flames were out from the back of the building in the rubble and the smoke as it all crumbles to the ground. We want to thank all of you who fed us tips about this fire. We got phone calls to our newsroom, posts to our Facebook page, and a reminder that whenever you see news happen, you can always go to our Facebook page, email us at news@kwqc.com, or call us 823-KWQC. And for the latest on this fire, we're still working now to get information about the cause, the fate of the businesses, and the latest on the boil order. So keep us up to date on KWQC.com.